أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم، ثم الصلاة والسلام على خير أنبياء الله وسيد المرسلين المصطفى الأمين أبي القاسم محمد وعلى آل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين الغر الميامين، لا سيما بقية الله في الأرضين مهدي هذه الأمة وخاتم الأئمة الحجة بن الحسن العسكري، روحي وأرواح العالمين لتراب مقدمه الفداء. قال الله العظيم في محكم كتابه الكريم: أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم، بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم، فاستقم كما أمرت ومن تاب معك ولا تطغوا إنه بما تعملون بصير. آمنا بالله. صدق الله العلي العظيم. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجه. One day Ibn Abbas was sitting with Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and he asked Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi that why your beard and your hair are turned gray before its time. So Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam answered, شيبتني هود والواقعة والمرسلات وعما يتساءلون. There's a term they use for these four surahs, al-mushayyibat, that those four surahs that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said that those surahs made me grow old, like faster than usual. And mushayyibat means the things that makes you older, makes you old. I mentioned this several times in regards of the signs of mu'min. When he sees and reads the Quran, it's like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talking to him. And it's actually this, but he feels it more. So there's, of course, different levels of mu'mins, and different mu'mins depends on their belief. And Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is the highest mu'min, is the highest peak of iman. So when he sees that, when he hears that, when he reads that, he feels truly that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not just talking to him, but as well Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is warning the people. So Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam wasn't just worried for himself, salawatullah wa salam, at the hereafter, the day of judgment. Everyone will be for himself, every man for himself. Not the mother will care about her daughter and son. Not a father will care about his brother, because they there see that no one can help you but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So everyone will say, wa nafsah, yawma yafirru al-mar'u min akhihi. They escape from his brother, from his mother, from his parents. He escapes. But one person, instead of saying, wa nafsah, oh myself, says, wa ummatah. And that is Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. But again, there is a verse in Surah in Surah Hud in particular, which Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam he mentioned several times, and says, this surah made my hair go gray. So in another word, gives him more stress. فَاسْتَقِمْ كَمَا أُمِرْتَ. When Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam he sees this ayah, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that pursue the right path. فَاسْتَقِمْ كَمَا أُمِرْتَ. That steadfast and on this path. So Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is already doing so. وَمَنْ تَابَ مَعَكَ. And the people who seek forgiveness. وَلَا تَطْغَوْا. Don't be tyrant. Don't treat people unjustly. إِنَّهُ بِمَا تَعْمَلُونَ بَصِيرٌ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sees what you are doing. So here, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking to the Prophet like this, first of all, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when he talks to the Prophet, it's not just warning him, it's warning us. So in another way, that وَمَنْ تَابَ مَعَكَ, it's us, the people who ask forgiveness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But why Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says that this made me grow older? And the reason is, if you go back to the hadith, that Ya Ali, Rasulullah says to Amir al-Mu'minin, Ya Ali, ما عرف الله حق معرفته إلا أنا وأنت. We are the two people who truly know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So when they truly know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, how many people do you know when they go to pray or to do wudu will shake, their color turn, will be afraid? I haven't seen any. But we have the narrations about Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, about Amir al-Mu'minin Ali ibn Abi Talib, about Imam Hassan sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, about Imam Hussein alayhi salam, all the Imam sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, they would shake in the fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Why? Because they truly know Allah. They know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala need to be feared. They know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's greatness. We don't know. Or if we know, it's nothing compared to what they know. And again, if we go back to those surahs that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam mentioned, that Hud and Waqa'ah, Mursalat, and Amma Yatasa'alun, we see in those surah Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about the hereafter. We have another verse in the Quran that إِنَّ الَّذِينَ قَالُوا رَبُّنَا اللَّهُ ثُمَّ اسْتَقَامُوا فَلَا خَوْفٌ عَلَيْهِمْ وَلَا هُمْ يَحْزَنُونَ. To say that, yeah, I believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I'm a believer. But to have that firm belief that you stood fast in that path and you're not going to change lane or divert is hard. A lot of times people face problems with their marriages, with their business, with their relationship. Why? Because they can't keep it in the same way. Keep it in the same way, it needs what? Work, constant work. Someone can maybe get rich, but we've seen people who got really rich and they lost everything. So they couldn't keep what they gained. And some people cannot keep a friend or keep a marriage going. Why? Because it needs works and constant work. So to protect what you have, to protect your faith, to protect your iman, that is something difficult. Because you see people, when they grow sometimes, their beliefs change. When they get a good position, their beliefs sometimes change. And I personally know some people are like that. Some people migrate. Their atmosphere change, so they change with it. They were good Muslim. They were good practicing Muslim. And when they moved to somewhere else, everything changed. When they gain wealth, they will change. Some people, when they gain knowledge, he was a good person when he was a student. Now that he's a doctor, he's a professor, or whatever, scientist maybe, then you see him start bringing doubts. Because what? You think that, I know better now. You see a lot of people that when their knowledge increase, not in faith, not in religion, not in things that it should be, their belief change as well. Because why? Because they get proud sometimes. Keeping on the right path is hard. And reminding yourself always that you need to grab hold of that steering wheel and keeping on this sirat al-mustaqim. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us that opportunity. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to let us be able to stay on that path. And that's why Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, as a warning for us, ummati, ummati, as he says in the hereafter, not just in the hereafter, in this life. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, bu'itha rahmah, mercy to this world. Rahmah, mercy. So when someone has this much rahmah, this much mercy, you see him what? You see him, he gets really upset, like a mother, even probably more. When a mother, when a mother sees that her child is sick or in danger, she gets upset. You see her face changes. You see that she looks different after a while. And if anything, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is definitely more caring, more loving than a mother to her son or daughter, because the love of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam for his ummah, for his people, is bestowed upon him from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Addabani Rabbi. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he brought me up. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he brought me up in this way. Addabani Rabbi fa ahsana ta'dibi. And he brought me up very well with a good manners. Sallallahu alayka ya Rasulullah. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help us through his mercy and through his Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and his progeny to stay on this path, to keep focusing on the goal and not just living one day at a time, always keeping our eyes on the hereafter and to stay on the path of Muhammad and Ala Muhammad salawatullahi wa salam alayhim ajma'in. Innahu liya tawfiq. Wa sallallahu ala Sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala tayyibin at-tahirin. Allahumma salli.